Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Mydefipet. Today we're talking about breeding trait probability. So thankful to the Mydefipet gaming developers who've created on Medium a deep dive into the logic of determining traits of the offspring from parents, because this would have been so hard to work out without them. So very grateful that they've created this. So we're going to be going through this, and we're going to be talking about why breeding at 5D-Pet is going to be so much better than breeding for 3D-Pet. Let's get into it. What traits can a pet have? A quick refresh. Each pet consists of a main body, 8 different body parts, including wings, tail, paw, horn, glasses, amulet, aura, and outline. Now, aura and outline, there's a problem with that because everybody's been calling aura the outline. That's what's the aura. But then the aura pets, you can see an element of a fireball there, or an icy fireball. Now, that's only seen in the what was crown pets. So I think they actually label aura as the ones with elements like snow or toxic poison, or there's wind, it looks like elemental type, and fire. So I think that's going to be the new term of how we describe what aura is. And outline is the name that they've given to the ones with an outline. I mean, I feel like a better name is needed for outline. Like, that should be aura, and aura should be elemental, in my opinion. But yeah, pendant is actually they detail as amulet. So now let's go to the details behind types of traits. First of all, main body has only one trait showing the appearance of the pet. However, each body part consists of 4 different traits. There's one primary trait which dictates the appearance of the body part, 2 hidden traits holding different types of the same body part, and 1 hidden empty trait, meaning the offspring has a possibility of not being inherited from parents. Now, that statement is a little bit uncertain because, and we'll be able to work this out when breeding comes out fully, does the hidden pet trait, hidden empty, mean that you get no trait? So if I have, let's say I have pixel glasses, that's my primary trait potentially. Then I've got 2 hidden traits which are small round glasses and Kanye West glasses. Then when it comes to the hidden empty, does that mean I'm going to get no glasses, or does it mean that I'm going to be getting glasses of any other type? So the offspring does not have a possibility of inheriting it from the parents. I think it means empty, like you're not getting it. But we'll see when we can fully investigate that. Now then we've got the probability of traits. Let's reveal the probability behind breeding, given that the main body has 1 trait and each body part has 4 traits. The table below shows the probability of offspring inheriting the body part from the parent. The probability of each trait of a body part is multiplied by 50% from each parent. Then the numbers are summed up to have a chances of an offspring to acquire any particular body parts. In the case of a pet having no specific body part, the pet still has hidden traits of having different kinds of that part. The examples below demonstrate how the calculation works. Paw, eyes, horns, tail, amulet are all equal in terms of the rates of the primary trait, hidden trait, and trait 1, hidden trait 2. Then with a 10% rate of having a hidden empty trait. So for those, you've got a pretty good chance of getting them. Let's say you got paw, eyes, horns, and you don't have tail and amulet on one thing. Then you've got a 90% chance of getting the horns, then another 90% chance of getting eyes, and then a 90% chance of getting the paws. So, quick maths. I don't think it works out as if you add them all the 3 times. The chance of all 3 being expressed isn't 90%, I don't think, of you getting all three. I'm going to need some maths geniuses on that. I think there's something in that where it's not. It seems like it's 90%, but it's not. No, because you'd have to get it each time. So it's 90%. I think quick maths is it's 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9, which equals 0.729. I think I'm right. And then you times that by 100 and you get your percentage. 72.9% of getting those three items. So fairly high chance of getting those three items. Then if you've got all three, obviously then it's time, or five, you're timesing that again. But none of the creatures have all of the traits, I don't think. So you've got paw, eyes, horns. So Rudolph doesn't have horns. You've got Tigra, who has paws, glasses, horns. Doesn't have tail, I don't think. Has amulet, has wings. So at most, you're going to have that 72 point, whatever it was, times 0.9. 65% of getting all of them expressed. 65% chance of getting all of them right. And so if you're breeding straight off from an egg, you got to think, what are your chances of getting a pet that has all 5 of those traits? It's pretty low. It's pretty low because you get a lot of the creatures that just have 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, but their rates are definitely worse in when you're breeding animals, when you get hatching an egg straight off. So steer clear of that. Once you've got some good pets, you do need to open them to try and get some good combination, things with good stats. So we're working out those stats. You can see from previous videos where they rated before, and we can also see what the rates in terms of how rare some of them are from past videos, so you can go check them out. They'll be in my library. If you go into playlist, there's my Mydefipet playlist. It's all easy to find it in there. Then when you throw wings into the mix, wings changes up because it's the rarest attribute. Primary trait is 25%, hidden 10, hidden trait 2 will be 5%, with a 60% chance that you will get a hidden empty trait. So 60% times that, oh, what was it, 62? So it's like 0.9 times 0.9. Oops. Let's say you have one with three traits, and now wings get thrown into the mix. It's 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.9 times 0.6. 43% chance of getting an animal that has all those traits. Another thing to pay attention to there is that you have to have 2 pets that have all the gear. Because if you breed one with nothing, that's going to be its primary trait, and it's going to have hidden empty trait as well as a possibility. So you'll be really careful about what you breed together. Then when it comes down to outline and aura, now this is where it gets really interesting for breeding, because if outline and aura are at these rates, that's a pretty high chance of breeding that out, where it might have another outline, might have another aura, because that works out as 20%. So 20%, so if you breed an aura and an outline, or an aura and aura or an outline together, I believe you get a pretty damn high chance. Is it 20% chance? Based off 1, it's 20% chance. So they've given us some good examples. This will help in understanding what your chances are of getting something. So let's say we have a spike with green horns and an Adonis with no horns. So I don't think we mentioned it. I think I skipped it. No, where was it? That if you breed a spike or an Adonis together, you'll get a spike or an Adonis. and that goes for everything. If you breed an Adonis with a winged pupper, you'll get an Adonis or a winged pupper. So it's got, the main body has a 50% chance to be Spike or Adonis. This is huge because if you checked out my strongest pets currently in the game, what's best to get, this means you can breed out the types of whatever you want. So Fang, if you just want Fang, you can make sure that you're breeding a Fang with another type. I'm not sure what happens, probably. I mean, you'd expect if you breed a Fang and a Fang together that you'd get a guaranteed chance of getting a Fang. Again, huge, because an egg, you've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting any type of pet. Whereas this, you can just lower your rates of saying, well, I don't want to get another Rudolph because I don't need a Rudolph. I'm just going to breed for a Spike, Adonis, or a Fang. So that's a great reason why to breed and spend the extra 2D pet to do it. So here's how it's going to work. We've got the main body is 50%. Green horns. So we've got one with green horns, one with no green horns. Let's say that we had 2 with green horns then, in our example. So we would have 30% times 50%, which would be 15%, plus 30% times 50%, which would be 15% again. So it'd equal 30% chance. So we were right in that if you breed 2 auras together, you've got a 20% chance of that being expressed. 20% chance. That's 1 in 5 pets that you're going to breed are going to have that. Get buying those eggs to make sure that you have some of those types. But what you're going to be after is you want an aura pet that has the full getup, full gear. Now, if you started from the beginning, you'll have a lot of those, but later ones won't have. You'll be lucky if you've got aura and full gear. But you can breed it out, see if you can get an aura with another one's wings at a later date. It's going to be interesting to see. So, I don't know, I'm skimming through all these. Right, I'm trying to find the medium. There we go. But then we've got chances of getting different horns. These can start to increase. So, obviously, 80% hidden trait, 80% plus if you've got another or outline, 80% chance of it not having different horns. Now, I'm also not clear what will happen if you've got a pet with no. The primary pet is no. Primary trait might be no aura. Okay, yeah, so it would be 0% chance of getting an aura. So then it could be in the hidden trait or hidden trait 2. But if you breed an aura with a non-aura, you're not going to get 20% chance of getting an aura or an outline. You're going to get a almost cut in half, just above, because it could be in the hidden trait 1 or 2. So the chances within this one, 30% plus 30%. Equals 15, equals 10% times 50%. No, plus times, oh, it's 30. 30 times 53. How's that? I'm trying to think how that's calculated. It's equals 60%, so that would have to equal 30%. 30 plus 30, oh yeah, 30% plus 30% equals 60%, times by half is 30%. So different horns will be 60%. Any type of horns will be 30 plus 30 plus 30. 75% chance. With the second one being only 30% plus 30% because it has no horns. But it still has hidden trait 1, hidden trait 2. Okay. Yeah, so with an or if you're breeding an outline with a non-outline, you're gonna have a 12% plus 5% plus 3% chance of an aura times 50%, so that'd be 10%, plus 5% plus 3%, which would be 8%, times 50, which is 4%, equaling a 14% chance. So you'd have a 14% chance of getting an outline or an aura if you're breeding it with a non. aura, outline, pet. Okay. Then with this other example, assuming hidden horn traits from pet 1 and pet 2 are different, Spike with green horns, Adonis with red horns. Main body is going to be Spike or Adonis, 50%. Green horns chance is 30% plus times 50% equals 15, with 0% chance of getting green horns times 50% equals 15%. Red horns are the other way around. Different horns will be 30% plus 30%. So these are 30% are coming from hidden trait 2, hidden trait 1, hidden trait 1, hidden trait 2 equals 60%. And any type of horns, green, red, or any other variation. So this is the green horn, hidden trait, red horn, hidden trait, hidden trait. Now, that's not to say that one of the green horns, one of Adonis's hidden trait could actually be green horns. So it could be that you actually have a higher chance than that of getting green horns. It could be not 0%. It could be 30% in there if one of the hidden traits is green horns. So there's going to be a lot of experimenting with your creatures, really trying to calculate what are your traits. What is each creature's primary stat, each pet's primary stat, what's each one's hidden trait and hidden trait 2. Because you'll be able to work it out, but we're going to have to work to do that. Ultimately, you want to try and breed ones with the strongest of each type, or breed them in a way that strengthens certain ways, so like attack. Breed them to be a strong attacker, strong defender, strong HP. But yeah, I think breeding is really going to shake it up when it's all sorted. Obviously, we're waiting on it in an update, but that's breeding for you. Hopefully that hasn't been too complicated to understand. I know it's difficult to get your head around it at first. When I first looked through it, it was mind-boggling with all these equations, but ultimately I think it's pretty straightforward that, you know, if you simplify it, we do have a 90% chance of getting one of these traits for each type, for each one, as long as the other animal has primary hidden trait and trait 2. Wings a little bit harder, they're going to be rarer, and then a lot rarer than these is going to be the aura outline. Ultimately, I think the final thing that we need to add out and work up is what you're going to be wanting is a complete pet. Paws, eyes, horns, wings, outline, right? So 0.9, so that times 0.9 times 0.9, let's say it's got paws, eyes and horns. No, it could have, I think some do have 4. Most do have 4, I think, actually. So let's add the 0.9 in there. Times 0.4 for wings, 0.2 for aura outline, giving you a 5.2% chance. A 5.2% chance of breeding out an aura or an outline that has all the traits that you want. And to do that, you are going to need to have two starting pets that have paws, eyes, horns, tail, wings, outline or aura. Interesting. So quite rare, which means on average you're going to have to breed out 20. 20 pets will get you the perfect pet on average. Not to say you can breed 20. It's 20 times 5. 100 D-pet. 100 D-pet could get you your perfect pet. Interesting. Right. they're the kind of main points. It's going to cost you 100 D-pet to get the perfect pet if you already have 2 perfect pets to breed together. I'm looking forward to getting into breeding properly once the update comes out and there's no bugs. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you have, please leave a like on the video. It always helps the channel out. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That's all from me. See you guys soon.